Alright guys, Kazoo71 here, Ark Survival Evolved, not Ascended. This is my Ark Survival Evolved Extinction playthrough for beginners. A lot of you guys are probably playing on Ascended already for the Extinction since it came out a couple of days ago. However, I'm going to continue this thing till we complete this Extinction map. I did the island, we did Scorched Earth, we did Aberration, now we're going to do Extinction. We're going to complete this all the way through, guys. These are the 4 main maps. And then there's also Genesis and Genesis 2, but those are different than the actual 4 main canon maps. So what I did was I found, as you guys know, I brought a wyvern from the other maps, you know, on Scorched Earth when I had them. Couldn't take them on Aberration, but I could take them here. So I found a Blue Orbital Supply Drop. And what we're going to do is we're going to do this Orbital Supply Defense. I haven't shown you guys one of these yet, but I'm not going to do show you guys every single wave because it's just the same. I'm going to show you guys the initial part, and then wave 1 and wave 5. We're going to kind of breeze through wave 2, 3, and 4. They're the same thing, and I'll just explain them as we go. But what happens, guys, if you've never seen one of these before, I'm sure you have. There's tons of YouTubers out there that have put videos on this since it first came out years ago, Extinction. And I'm sure there's tons of videos already out on Ark Survival Ascended on this same exact thing. So, but what we're doing is just explain it. So what happens is, on these supply drops, you get these, you get a shield that pops up whatever color the thing is. So this one's a blue one, so that blue shield. So initially what happens is the blue shield comes up and you have a lot of dinos, corrupted dinos that will attack the blue shield. So these orbital supply drops only come down in the wasteland. Same with the element veins, they only come out in the wasteland. So what's going to happen is, as you can see, there's 8 hostiles, wave 0 of 5. So initially what happens is these corrupted dinos will come and they'll attack the shield, and as they break that shield down, that shield will shrink. So if you defend the shield well enough, you can keep the shield for a little bit. I'm not going to do too well on this one. You guys are going to see. You see they're right outside the shield attacking, and you cannot blast them through the shield. You have to go out the shield to get them. So that shield, though, keep in mind where this shield is. This is very, very important. If you keep about in mind where the shield is, that's about the border you need to remember of the initial shield range. Because if you get too far away from that border, the orbital supply drop will vanish and you will lose it. So you can go outside of it a little ways, but not too far outside the border. So you just need to kill all these corrupted dinos that are attacking the shield. And then once it's done, then the waves will start. So the normal dinos won't attack it. As you can see, there's a dire bear right there. So you're going to have other dinos in there besides corrupted that you may have to beat up. That'll get in the way because things are going to spawn while you're doing this. But one of the problems with these orbital supply drops is right here on this cliff. You see this ledge where this dillo gets stuck. This is one of the ones attacking, and you got to kill those guys along the edge. You got to find them. Sometimes you can't find them, and they'll get stuck on these edges stuff. So, I mean, I understand the process of how they design this. If you're doing landscape at different levels, you're going to have issues with this no matter how you do it. Unless you made these just on a completely flat area. So you see my shield shrunk? So the shield got damaged a little bit, so it shrunk a little and I lost some of the shield. So now we are on wave 1. So like I said, we're going to go through wave 1 and we're going to go through wave 5. And I'm going to just kind of pick you guys up on each of the 2, 3, and 4. We'll talk for just a second. Tell you guys about how long they were, but we're just going to skip through those guys. So but here comes wave 1. As you can see, I looked at the orbital supply drop. It gives you an idea how many hostiles are coming. I think it's 30. So you got to defeat 30. Now these orbital supply drops are colored. This is going to work the same on Ascended as it does on Evolved. I just don't know how tough they're going to make them, but like the blue one is the easiest one. So blue is easy. And then you have these different levels, but the toughest one, yellow, and then the red. Red is, I think the toughest one is like a pinkish red. And it just goes with the same thing. If you've played and you play these other things, you have these drops that come down. Now, Ark Survival Evolved, really easy to see the colors. Ark Survival Ascended, not so easy, I think. So, but you can see the color rings. The rings are usually colors. So you'll have these different colors. You can see I have blue on this supply drop, so then the shield's blue. So blue being the easy. If you have like a yellow one, the orbital supply drop be yellow, the shield will be yellow, and so forth, right? So we've done a couple of yellows. Me and my tribe mate did a yellow one together, and I'll show you guys in a future episode. We'll put the whole thing in there because that one is crazy. yeah, we almost died both a couple of times in there. So even with wyverns. So wyverns are not what you're supposed to do these with, just so you know. You see how far I got away? It was okay. As long as I'm pretty close to it. But wyverns are not the way they were designed. These were designed for creatures on extinction to fight. So like enforcers or the mech. You can use the mech, and we're going to do that on some future episodes too. I'll bring enforcers out here in mechs, and we'll do a couple of those with them too, just to see how they fare up against stuff. But you just got to keep defending. So I'm going outside the shield. As long as I got the shield, I'm kind of, my supply drop is a little safe because they'll attack the shield first. And as you can see, my shield is gone. So as I'm talking, the shield got destroyed there. So I got hit by that dillo. So now these guys can make it to the drop. So technically what you could do on this blue one is if you're using a wyvern like this, electric wyvern, you can just stay kind of close to the drop and just blast them over and over as they get close to it. You don't have to go too far away. Unless they get stuck on the ledge, guys, and then you're going to have to deal with that. Like I said, this little edge here, they're trying to come that way and they get stuck there. And there's a Rex that spawn. As I was telling you guys, other dinos will spawn in here that are not corrupted ones. Right here in particular, you're going to have a lot of Rexes. As far as bad stuff, Rexes and dire bears if they get too close, but you also have Stegos and Triceratops and Pteranodons that spawn right here. So, just got to keep defending it until you get to that part where it gives you the noise. Sometimes you're going to see I'm going to keep getting off my wyvern and checking. It's going to tell me how many hostiles are left. When you get down to 1, 2, 3 sometimes, what happens is these guys are just stuck and they couldn't even get close to you. So they're somewhere else on the map. Sometimes they're not even near this thing. They're like spawn where they first spawn to come in to do the attack, and then they got stuck fighting something else, or they got stuck on a tree or something. I don't know. It's just weird. But there's a Stego. That's one of them right there. You can see he's trying to get to it. So that is one of the corrupted. So he was stuck on the ledge. I'm gonna kill these dire bears and get them out the way. And then we're gonna check around here and see if we're missing anything, because I know I'm missing a couple. Otherwise it would have reset already. And you see I'm watching my stamina too, top right. I'm always paying attention to the stamina of the wyvern. Now the other thing I have on, so you guys understand, I'm using a couple of mods on here. I forgot to mention that the awesome spyglass is what you're seeing on the left when I'm looking at things. And then the other one I use on this one is Superstructures and also Dino Storage version 2. Now, unfortunately, so you guys playing on Ascended, Dino Storage is not coming to Ark Survival Ascended. The creator has mentioned that a couple of times already. He said, nope, we're not doing it. And they even suggested some other mods that are very similar. So on the Discord channel, if you guys are interested, if you use that mod, there are a couple of mods that are pretty darn similar to it. I haven't tried them yet, but I did mark them. I just haven't put them on my server yet, on my game, my single player game for Ascended. So I haven't been playing Ascended so much, guys, just so you know. I started playing Ark and loved it, and then I realized when I got stuck on a couple of places that there was no one doing. See, there's one stuck on the ledge. There were very few people doing helpful videos on how to do stuff. So if you got stuck on something you couldn't figure it out, you'd end up finding, like, okay, so let's pause for a second. That's the noise from it switching to a new wave. So you can see it goes to wave 2 of 5. So, but there was no one doing videos that were helpful. These videos were long and unhelpful, and then they never got to the point. So I started making short videos showing people how to do it. So into wave 2, guys, we just kind of skipping forward here. But yeah, I started designing these little short videos just to kind of help people, helpful videos. And I get a lot of comments from people, hey, thanks, it's short and to the point. That's the way I make them, man. I make them like I wanted to watch them, because I was annoyed by all these YouTubers that would make these 25-minute videos to show you something that took like 30 seconds long. I got a guy complain the other day. I'll tell you guys. It's jumping forward here again. This wave's almost over. I had a guy complain the other day. Said my 3-minute video was unhelpful, and I could have showed it in 30 seconds. Dude, if you're complaining about 3 minutes, your your attention span is pathetic. I'm not going to say that. I'm just going to throw that in my video. I don't care. If 3 minutes is too long for you, my gosh, you need to work on some patience and attention spans. I think 20 and 30 minutes to show you something that takes about a minute is too long, but 2 or 3 minutes to show you something that you could do in about a minute, I think it's pretty good, because I try to explain it and set it up so when I'm doing these videos, I'll show you guys. Okay, So we're jumping forward, guys. As you guys could hear the noise, that's me complaining a little bit about stupidity, sorry. But we are on wave 5 now, as you can see, wave 5. So I skipped 2, 3, and 4, like I said. It was the same deal as 1, but I want to show you guys 5 because I want to show you guys the process and at least give you guys a little bit of this so you don't see that I'm just kind of jumping forward. That'd be boring. But you see it says wave 5, hostiles approach, and it doesn't tell you how many hostiles until they start coming in. And then here comes the first one. It's usually every single color drop. Almost everyone, let's put it that way. The corrupted pteranodons come in first. There is the red one, I think the corrupted wyverns come in first. When you start with wyverns, man, you know you're in trouble. And those guys have like this purple blast that comes out of them, man. Them suckers are tough. Yeah, I gotta figure those out. I think I gotta use a mech, man. I'm gonna have to try a mech. We're gonna get it. My partner and I, she's been taming dinos, and I've been taming dinos so we could throw some dinos out and try to defend them with other dinos. I'm not sure if that's gonna work well, but we're gonna try it. Might as well. So we've both been kind of tied up in December. December's a busy month, so I haven't been playing. But as you guys know, I did these playthroughs so you can show you how to do them solo. But I also invited a player that was playing on my server quite a bit, so her and I have been tribe mates on a while, and she's been doing things with me too, so more fun to play with people than without. Her and I get along pretty good, and we do pretty good together. So one of the favorite stories her and I have is when we were first playing together. I was talking, we were on Argentavis and we were fighting Alpha Carno, and I told her what to do and how to just do this button, and I told her the wrong button, and she picked me up off of my Argentavis and threw me on the ground right in front of the Alpha Carno. It was pretty funny. I don't know, I think I recorded that. I'm pretty sure I did. That was one of the funniest moments. The other funny one was when I told her we were going in the tech cave, and we were going to the end boss to fight the overseer, right? And I told her on this one corner, I said, okay, you got to slow down really slow in this corner or you'll fall in lava. And she fell right in the lava. It's pretty funny. So some of these things that happen on Ark are just too much, man. I don't get upset. When you die, you die. You lose something, you lose something. Sometimes it's upsetting if you lose your favorite dino, but it happens. How Ark is. But as you can see, things are getting all the way to the orbital supply drop. And as you can see, it raises up a little bit. See the little top part goes up a little as it goes through the waves. It gets a little higher. Just hey, we're getting closer to being done. As you see, I go around this ledge here. Sometimes these guys are stuck on the ledge. There's another one right there. I saw him under me, man. I didn't get him. Did I see him? I don't know if I saw him in the game, but I saw him just now. Yeah, see right there? I got him. There you go. Corrupted Dillo stuck there. That should be one of the last ones. Get out of here, Pteranodon. You're not corrupted, but I don't want you here. Okay, so what's going to happen is, guys, once this thing, I have one hostile left. Once it's done, then you eject the items, and I'll show you guys. And the wyvern, I can take pretty much all the weight. So I'll dump everything out of the wyvern except for a little bit of meat, whatever I can, just so I make sure I got enough room for all this stuff. Better supply drops, better loot. Just keep that in mind. So the blue one's going to be the less quality loot because this is the easiest supply drop. But I wanted to show you guys anyway because you need to see them all. And you need to walk through all these guys. So we're going to do this thing, and we're going to talk about what we get. So let's see here. Should be pretty close. There's only got one hostile left, so I don't see them. So hopefully something else will kill them. So like I said, I'm going to clean up the area, and we're going to dump all this stuff. So I've got room. Dump, dump, dump. Here we go. I'm just going to clean out my hands. Just going to keep a little bit of meat in there. And if I get too weighted in, I'll just dump more meat. No big deal. I only need a couple of things of meat, but you know how they go. They eat that stuff to heal. So I'm just waiting for the last one to die because I can't find him. So he's stuck somewhere, and it ain't that pteranodon flying right there. Be coming at me, not John. There we go. Orbital supply drop defense complete, guys. Then you just go up to it, inject the items, and let's watch this. Boom, and there we go. You win, you get all this stuff. So we're just gonna pick it all up, and I'm gonna throw it in my wyvern. So what I'm doing now, you can hit F and pick up a bunch at once, as you guys know. I'm not doing that because if I do it like that, I could pick up too much and I might not be able to move. So I'm making sure I can move. I'm watching my weight as I pick up one at a time. Oh, you guys saw that? I got tech replicator, I think, on that one. Let's see. Was that a... Whoops. Was that a blueprint? No, it's probably just a blueprint. It wasn't a tech replicator. That would have been cool if you got a tech replicator. Right? You get the blueprint, I think, is what it is. But I already got it. I mean, you guys see me do. If you watch the game, I beat the boss on all the games, all the maps so far. Island, Scorched Earth, Aberration. So here we are. We've got all the stuff. We did the alpha on each one. I did each one, gamma, beta, alpha. I think for Rockwell and Aberration, I only showed you guys gamma, but we did them. I just don't care. We just moved on. It's a pain in the butt. I hate that boss. Can be done solo, but who cares? Now, this one's going to be a little tougher because you got these titans you got to fight on this one. So, but we'll do them. We'll do them eventually, guys. And by the time I do them, I'm sure there'll be tons of videos out already on Ark Survival Ascended. There you go, guys. There's the items you can get. I just want to pause it there so you guys can see it. But if you guys like the video, please like and subscribe. If you get any comments, please make them. As always, thanks for watching, guys. And enjoy Extinction on Ascended. Bye.